When we booked this trip, we didn't know it was going to be Carnival when we were down here, but it is jamming. We got a little liquid food here at La Candela. So glad we made it here. I'm Brent Peterson. I'm an American living in Portugal, but we are in Cadiz, Spain today. Welcome to Destination Eat Drink, the travel channel for foodies. So we made this trip, we planned this trip a while ago, and after we got the hotel in Cadiz, we realized we would be here during Carnival. Didn't plan it, just the way things worked out. So it's going to be a little bit crazy here. We'll see how it goes. The other thing that's going to be a little bit strange is that there's a big storm rolling in this afternoon. It's going to affect the entire Iberian Peninsula. Portugal and Spain are just going to get hammered with rain. I don't know how much we're going to get because we're in the far southern tip here of Spain. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully Carnival won't get completely washed out. It's over the course of 10, 12 days anyway, but for the time we're here, hopefully it won't get washed out. So first thing we did was we came to the Roman theater, the so-called Balbi Theater. This is a pretty interesting archaeological site. They've uncovered a Roman theater that probably seated about 10,000 people. Of course, it's 2,000 years old, so it's crumbling. You can't actually climb on the steps of the theater like you can in some other places, but they do have walking ramps around it, so you can go out to where the theater is and kind of walk around and take a look at it and just kind of imagine what it would have been like 2,000 years ago. They have a little film in there. They have several artifacts in there too, and it's free, bonus, to get in. So that's good. One thing they talk about in the film is they talk about the performances of mime and pantomime and actors being slaves and things of that nature. There's no mention of gladiator battles, so I assume they have no evidence of gladiator battles. What I wanted to show you, though, behind me is something that we just stumbled upon here. And this is the Alley of the Gnomes, I think it's called. Anyway, this is supposedly the narrowest street in Cadiz, and it's closed off now. You can see it's locked up tight. But it's been decorated with these little gnomes and elves and plants and things. And there's a really cool, funny little, strange little legend that goes along with this alley here. And apparently, so the story goes, I mean, this is just a legend. Who knows how much of it is real or not. But according to the legend, back during the Napoleon Wars, there was a couple here in Cadiz of Spanish descent. So a woman from Cadiz, a man from Cadiz. The boyfriend was captured by the Roman army, or by the French army, and imprisoned. And the girlfriend wanted to get him out, get him released. So she pretended to fall in love with a French soldier in order to get the boyfriend released. Well, she winds up falling in love with the French soldier, and they become a couple. The resistance here in Spain, in Cadiz, said, yeah, I don't think so, and murdered both of them right here behind me. That's what the legend says. The legend also says that on All Souls Day in November, you can hear their cries, their wails of sorrow from this alley. So it's an interesting story, and it's really cool inside the way that they've decorated this. So, got my umbrella from the hotel. Hopefully, we've got a few hours without rain of stuff that we can see here. Let's try and fit as much in as we can before we get soaked. This is the Cadiz Cathedral. We're at the top right now of the bell tower, and it's a pretty hefty climb to get up here. And I told you the storm's brewing. It's coming in. The rain is starting to whip around up here. Hopefully the wind is not going to affect my audio too much. But this cathedral right now costs €7 to get in, and It's worth seeing for this view. Man, if it was a nice day, this view would be incredible. The view's pretty nice, even today with the clouds. It's you get to watch the ocean kicking up, and you can see quite a bit of the city of Cadiz from here. The church itself, magnificent on the inside. There's lots of artwork there. The choir room is especially nice. They've got all this dark wooden carving in there. There's a bunch of silver work in the church as well. This region's known for silversmiths, so there's some amazing silver work in here as well. Of course, just paintings and stuff like that, and all of the naves, tons of naves. It's massive. It is a massive, massive church in here. So if you like artwork, if you like good views, this is a pretty cool place to be. Just wish the weather was cooperating a little, but you know what? Can't change the weather, can only change your attitude. We'll enjoy it while we're up here. This is La Taperia de Columela in Cadiz, and you know, we got our culture out of the way. Now it's time to eat. I'm glad this place is open. I'm glad Karen spotted it, because I was looking for it before and I thought Google Maps was sending us to a different place. And that's one thing about this city, is everything is so closed in and there's so much stone, and Google Maps has a difficult time telling you exactly where you are and where you're going. So I thought it was down the street. It was actually up here. Karen spotted it, thank goodness. So what do we get? We got a couple of tapa. One thing to keep in mind here is that, oh man, that's really good. One thing to keep in mind here is that unlike some other cities, like we were just in Jerez, and their tapas, they have a lot of places that are open from like 5 to 7. People go there after work. Here, it's really difficult to find a tapas place open before 8:30. Luckily, this place is. So I'm glad it's here, but keep that in mind. If you want to go out for tapas, you're going to be hitting it at night. Thank you very much. So what did I get? First thing I got was salmorejo. Now, this is a cold soup that's from this region of Andalusia. It's from Cordoba, and if you saw my video on Cordoba, you saw me trying some really, really good salmorejo. This is outstanding, really good too. So what is salmorejo? Salmorejo, similar to gazpacho, but I think it's better actually. And what it's made of is tomatoes, lots of garlic, and day-old bread, and it's all pureed together. And normally it's served with chorizo. Here they serve it with Iberian ham and chopped egg. I asked to have it without the ham, but I did get it with a little bit of chopped egg, and this is very, very traditional here. So good. And then they also put a dollop of cream of olive oil on here as well. Oh, wow. Really tasty. Adds a little bit of sweetness to it. You can only expect when I eat soup, it's going to wind up on my clothes. That's just how I am. Adds a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of saltiness with that olive oil. Ooh, that is a unique take on this. Really good. And it was like, this bowl was like, I don't know, €3, something like that. Ooh, you know what? I think that's olive oil ice cream is what that actually is, because it's cold. It was hard to tell the difference in temperature because the soup is cold. That's olive oil ice cream, really good. Got a glass of Rioja wine, not from this region. We're in the south, Rioja's in the north. But that wine goes nicely with this. And then I got their take on bravas. Look at this. Look at this presentation. Is that not gorgeous? So rather than diced potato. These are more cut like steak fries. I've ever seen those. Looks like it has a little bit of cream on the top, chopped parsley, and then of course your aioli, your spicy ketchup. Wow. That has a smoky flavor to it. I don't know how they did it because I guess in the pan they fried this somehow. It doesn't, I wonder if it was deep fried in the fry later? I don't know. These are really tasty. You know what? I think the smokiness is from the sauce. Maybe some chipotle in there. But it's not super spicy, it's not super hot. Man. 10 points to Karen for spotting this place. So glad we made it here. What a way to start off our tapas crawl here in Cadiz. Man, the rest of the places here got something to live up to. When we booked this trip, we didn't know it was going to be Carnival when we were down here, but happy coincidence, it's Carnival, the biggest party in Cadiz. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it started with this group next to me pouring 6 shots of tequila. So I have the feeling it's going to be that kind of party here in Cadiz. Big celebration. They say it's the biggest carnival in Spain. So we're starting out with a beer at this place called Ceblon, which is supposed to be a really good beer bar. Now, I know when you go to beer bars in the US, you might think they're going to have 20 craft beers on tap. Beer bars aren't really like that in Spain. They have a selection of tapas, which is nice, but if you want a craft beer, if you don't want just a regular industrial beer on tap, you get a bottle. And this one is called Cerdrosh Vuldares. And I don't know what that translates to, but I picked it strictly for the label because it's got this pink pig on the label, which I thought was funny. So let's give it a try. So that's a brown ale. Little hoppiness, not like a pale ale by any stretch of the imagination. But it's still tasty. I like Sam Smith's in the U.S. And this stacks up nicely. This is a nice ale. Good. And with our beer, they gave us this little bowl of green olives. And I gotta say, olives in Spain, uniformly good. Really, really good. Behind me, on the television, which you can't see, they are televising locally the competition between the bands, between the performers here. That's how big a deal this is here in Cadiz. So we're gonna enjoy this beer, and we're gonna go out. We're gonna see some of the madness during Carnival. Hopefully, finish in one piece. Our next stop is Tabernita. We're in the Vina neighborhood, which is a neighborhood just filled with tapas bars here in Cadiz. And this is a very local, chill place. Despite the volume in here, it's very cool. They've been around since 2011. They focus on a lot of like fish, cod, shrimp, octopus, stuff like that. We didn't get any of those things. Our tapa is zucchini with garlic and a white wine sauce. And this was not what I was expecting. I thought it would be like slices of zucchini marinated, but it's more like little tiny grated strips. Bold flavor. Really, you can really taste the garlic and the white wine. That's nice. Because, you know, zucchini doesn't have much of a flavor. So, that's good. I feel like I got to twirl it like it's pasta. Yum. And then Karen and I got a glass of Tempranillo to go with it. And it's a nice match. So, how much does this all cost? Glass of wine, €3. Tapa, $3.50. So for the two of us, like less than €10 for a nice snack in a great environment here in Cadiz. We're still in the Vina neighborhood. Our next stop is El Faro Bar. This place, first of all, it is jamming, and it's huge. There are we're in a side room here. There are so many people in here. There's 2 bars and several sitting rooms and just filled with people eating. In addition, they have a sit-down restaurant on the other side. So this entire block is dedicated to El Faro. We're on the Tapas side, more casual, but you can eat a fancier meal over on the restaurant side. So, let me tell you what we got. First up, this is something called potatoes El Faro. Potatoes are a big thing down here. Potato salad is a big thing down here. You'll see potato salad made with octopus, potato salad with shrimp. This is just straight potato salad. Potatoes. Let's give it a try. Wow. Okay, so we're in the sherry triangle. Instead of vinegar, they use sherry dressing on their potatoes. Amazing. Olive oil too, of course. Parsley and a little green onion. Fantastic. My second favorite potato salad after Karen. She makes an Italian potato salad. Again, not American, doesn't have mayonnaise in it. She uses olive oil. But this is second place. Man, that is so good. All right. For the wine. They have a nice wine list here. Of course, tons of sherry on the list because we are in the sherry triangle. This is where they make sherry. People in this area love to drink sherry. We got some red wine. So I got a Syrah blend. It's nice. It's very nice. And then Karen got a glass of, what was it, Tempranillo and Grenache blend. That is really good. All right, potato salad and red wine. I know, not a typical pairing, but I stand by our choices, and this is outstanding. This is La Candela, and there's another noisy tapas bar. There's a bachelorette party right next to us. This is one of the most famous tapas bars in all of Cadiz. And rather than getting something to eat, I decided to get this dessert drink. This is a mojito sorbet, strawberry mojito sorbet. And look at the layers of this. So you've got strawberry sorbet on the bottom, topped with lime juice, I assume, and then some fruits on the top. It looks like a pomegranate seed, cranberry. So the lady who served it said, mix it up, which is against all of my everything that I'm thinking of, which is always to keep the layers. But she said mix it, so we're mixing it. Wow. Fresh squeezed lime juice. Oh. It's good. That's good. Back in another lifetime, I used to make gelato and sorbet in Austin, Texas. And one of my favorite creations was a mojito sorbet. I didn't do strawberry, I don't think. Maybe I did a strawberry mojito. I can't remember now. It's been several years. But I made a mojito, and I would make simple syrup infused with mint and fresh squeezed lime juice. And, you know, not to pat myself on the back too much, but it was really freaking good. This is very, very nice. I like it a lot. Oh, and I didn't mention, of course, there's rum in here too. It's a mojito, for crying out loud. Man, that's a really nice way to kind of cap off our evening here. We're not quite done, but we're getting near the end here. Got a glass of red wine too, because why not? We're on vacation. It's a good red wine. These two do not exactly go together. A little bit, but not really. But it's nice. And I like this place a lot. I would definitely come back here and try some more of their food. But we've been eating so much at the tapas bars, it seemed like overkill, and I don't want it to go to waste. So we got a little liquid food here at La Candela. This is the central market of Cadiz, and during the day, this place is a huge produce and meat market where folks come and get their vegetables and their fruits and other stuff for their grocery shopping. But it's also this massive food hall. There are dozens and dozens of stalls around here, and it is just hopping tonight. There is tacos, there are all kinds of meats and fish dishes and everything under the sun. Churros here, beer and wine, and of course there's a sherry bar too. So this place is just jamming. Great place for vibrancy and you know, lots of people talking and having fun and drinking. And I got a glass of wine at the churro shop. And it's red wine, and they chilled it too much, but what are you going to do? That's the way it is. You know, when Karen and I were fortunate enough to be able to do a fair amount of traveling, Karen and I, and a lot of times when we go to places, we talk about, oh, I wonder if I could live here, and inevitably there's a reason why we couldn't. You know, the weather, the food is just not as interesting as we would like. But we've come to a place like Cadiz, and this is a place where I think the quality of life is really good, and I think this would be a nice place to live. Not that I'm moving here anytime soon, but you're right on the ocean. The food scene is great. The people are lovely, and they got great wine. The sherry's good, the beer's good, everything's good. It's really good here. So really enjoyed our stay, and I imagine that we're going to be coming back real soon. We have friends here, so that makes it even more special. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. You can also support me at buymeacoffee.com/destinationeatdrink and listen to the podcast destinationeatdrink.com/pod. This has been a wonderful trip. I appreciate you watching my video, and I'm Brent Peterson. See you down the road.